Hello, good morning everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. My name is Syed Faizan and today I'm going to present a topic about water shortage in agriculture sectors in terms of public health perspective. So let's begin my presentation. So start with the what is water shortage in the introduction. So water shortage is considered as a serious food related issue which has a direct impact on the food production. Water is required for the development of crops. Therefore, water scarcity is linked with the limited production of crops that ultimately results in the death of the food item. Similarly, water is also necessary to maintain the appropriate agriculture production along with the food security. So it has been evaluated that appropriate quantity and quality of the water is required for the food production inclusive of fisheries, livestock and the crops. So therefore the water shortage will make a direct impact on the agriculture sectors affecting the production of food. Now come to next slide. Significant significant region of the worlds are suffering from water scarcity. So it has been estimated that around 4 billion peoples across the globe are facing the issue of severe water shortage. So therefore the demand of water is getting increased day by day. So as the world is getting modernized and urbanized, the food preferences are also changing. So which is a major reason behind increased production through fisheries, livestock and the crops. So similarly, the sustainability of the livelihood is also dependent on the water in agriculture. Therefore, there is a need to tackle with the issue of water shortage to meet the current and the future demand related to the food production and consumption. So now let's talk about the water shortages and the public health concern. So water security in the agriculture sector is directly associated with the various public health concerns. So there is a need to understand that the water scarcity is not only affecting the production of food, but it is also affecting the entire food chain. So limited production of the food will certainly result in the lesser processing and production of the food items, affecting the entire ecosystem. So the foremost public health concern is related to malnutrition, which is closely linked with the water scarcity and the water shortages. So the quality and the quantity of the produced food will be highly affected, resulting in malnutrition. And come to the next slide. So there are certain waterborne diseases as well, which may occur due to water scarcity, inclusive of typhoid, diarrhea, and many others like this. So similarly, facing water shortages and scarcity issue by the livestock is a major reason behind the lack of nutrition in the food items. So the development of livestock and the crops through limited water will affect the nutritious element, resulting in the poor quality of the food items. So in a similar way, food corporations usually use certain alternatives approach to complete nutrition in the crops, which are also hazardous for the public health perspective. So finally, agriculture is also linked with the pollution, which is generally controlled through fresh water. Therefore, water security, water scarcity will result in the increased pollution affecting the public health negatively. Now, talk about the current structure and the community behavior. So the food system, along with the certain laws and regulations, have also made an impact on the water shortage in the agriculture sectors. Certain laws have been developed to empower food corporations and to increase the export of food items. Therefore, the production of food is significantly increased. For this purpose, extra water is mainly utilized in the agriculture sector, resulting in the dry lands and lakes. Similarly, such laws are also helpful for industries which are affecting climate, resulting in the global warming and all over the climate change that are happening. So let's come to the next slide. Okay. Similar to the current structures, community behavior are also associated with the shortages of water in agriculture sector. Living conditions are getting urbanized day by day, therefore the usage of water is getting higher, resulting in the shortage of water. Moreover, wasting water in the various daily life activities also has been resulted in the scarcity of water. Food behaviors are also linked with the water shortages, as modernized and the urbanized food behaviors have resulted in the increased demand of different livestock and the crops. This factor is also linked with the water scarcity. Now let's talk about the public health theory. and this issue and the water shortage. So I select the social cognitive theory to link with this public health issue. So the social cognitive theory is considered as an interpersonal level theory which has emphasized on the interaction between the individual, behavior, and the environment. So for example, an individual usually set certain goals for themselves and develop action plan to achieve those goals by improving their behaviors and considering the environmental factors. So the individuals are motivated to achieve the goals. In the aforementioned issues, the individual across the group are motivated to change their food behavior and living conditions, which are directly associated with the increased production of food, and immense pressure on the agriculture sector results in the water scarcity. So, and the other one is modernized and the urbanized food behaviors and the living condition are also linked with increased risk of the public health issue. Water scarcity is a major derivatives as the individuals and are motivated and their behaviors are changing, and therefore such behaviors and water scarcity are directly associated with the development of various public health issues. So similarly, the future food system will also be affected due to altered behavior and living condition. Therefore, it can be said that social cognitive theory can be used. It can be used to understand the behavior of public health issues linked with the water shortage. And that's all for the today's presentation. And hope it will get some better change in the future. I tried a lot to give the presentation on the slides on my back, but unfortunately I couldn't make it. But hope for the best. And that's all about the today's presentation. Thank you. Bye.